Oh yeah, that's cool.
Okay, we're up. Just waiting for everybody.
Oh, Smack's going live on Twitch. Awesome.
That's true.
Well, I'm gonna go watch that. See you guys later.
I was playing a little Breath of the Wild waiting for this kind of lizard the size of a building just flew out of some tiny body of water.
It's called Evolution, Smite.
Oh yeah? Just waiting for these guys to get set up and we're good to go. We don't have a spoiler log for this one, so I guess we'll have to try and figure out where the crystals are, but other than that, just roll with it. DJH actually has... I want the crystals, I don't care about the pendants. There we go. That's a little better. It's got a really fancy layout. Well, they seem ready. They are using SRL, so as soon as SRL says they're starting, I'll just go by that, so I don't really have to do much.
We have no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's good. I like commentating when you don't know what's going to happen.
Twitch is doing this net neutrality thing and it's freaking me out.
Yeah,
All
the
these-
spinny bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
constantly.
Every global emote will be a spinny emote, I think.
Well, I like that.
It arguably makes the content better.
I got no problem with the spin emotes.
I mean, it's fun now if you just pull up an emote and you like type now loading afterwards. Pretty funny.
We got 2 links at Old Man and Azora.
Zora is correct. We have Rezafos and TGH Plays versus Korea and Orphis. This is actually the very first match in the tournament bracket. Obviously, we've played quite a few, but this one had to wait for SGK to wrap up because we had 2 of the players there.
Finally, we can actually start the game. Tournament begins now.
This game over music reminds me that Edmund just released a new game. Looks like Meat Boy. Well, because we're in SRL, I can go by SRL time, so my clock is not going to really matter too much. But it's not too far off the real time anyway, so here we go, we're starting. The reality is that my clock started 5 seconds ahead of them, that's all. Ahead of all of them.
We had an input display going nuts on Croya screen.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. But that feature, I don't know what exactly it is created by. Some kind of a practice ROM thing.
I think that's SNEX 9X. You can just turn on inputs. You can
Oh,
have
yeah?
them visible if you want.
Neat. I've never tried it.
Useful for people doing speedruns.
I can't glean any information from that. I mean, I guess I could if I was trying to watch a specific thing.
Well, it's good for knowing for stuff like if you have to mash in a certain portion, or like how much you should be pressing a button, or if you should be pressing a button at all. 8 bombs.
Pretty
Good
nice.
job for Croya. Green has found their bombs as well. It'll be a pretty nice escape.
So everybody's blind on this, commentators too. We got no information this time. That'll happen. It happened unintentionally before.
They generated on SRL before, so or on this run, so we're not gonna know.
Yeah, the link that was created cannot provide any information. So
A race ROM.
usually the minimum information that I like to get, because it's hard to pick up just from watching, is where the crystals are. You know.
Yeah. Crystals, pendants. If it does get to a point where everybody just gets kind of stuck, it's kind of helpful for the commentators to know.
Three players have bombs. Rezafos missed them somehow.
It just didn't kill all the guards they needed to in the front bit, I guess.
There he goes. Oh, he didn't pick those up. I hope he gets them on the way back. It's just a matter of time till he gets the drops. As long as he kills enough enemies, it seems like that's the way it works. He should be able to get those. You really want those. Oh, jeez.
That's unfortunate.
He should have picked
Who's
those up.
doing an 8 bomb?
8 bombs, that really hurts to lose that. That's gonna influence things a little bit unless he gets lucky.
Yeah. I mean, it'll depend on what's in the escape. If there's nothing in the wall there, it's not going to be too big of a loss.
He's still gonna have to buy bombs. Like, no matter how you look at it, he's gonna suffer from this.
Everybody but Orphis going for the just straight up sword fight.
Extra hard, I'd probably do it. No risk at all there. He cannot win if you just mash on him. Kuria is really injured. Hope he doesn't end up dead in escape. We haven't seen that yet, I don't think. One hit KO taught me that escape is harder than you think. If you're seriously injured, those rats and bats, their movement is a little unpredictable sometimes.
Especially in the dark rooms, they can sneak up on you.
He grabbed a heart, he'll be alright. I think they hit for half a heart. So, got plenty of room.
Sometimes they just don't even hurt you.
I feel like
Or
that
it's like
happens.
a fraction, you know, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I feel like that happens when it's a fourth of a heart or something. Like, they did hurt you, but it's not
I
enough.
don't know how
Like,
it counts numbers behind the scenes, yeah.
if you had full health and you got hit like that, it wouldn't stop your Master Sword Beam from happening. So I don't know if it counted or what, honestly. I feel like if you got hit twice, you would actually lose that piece of heart, though. Resifus killing some snakes looking for some bombs. I imagine.
Pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, I would have definitely gone out of my way to pick up 8 bombs. That would have been...
Like, that was literally would have been a time save of maybe a second.
Well, I mean, the amount of time you would save from having 8 bombs right now, especially
Exactly, yeah.
if something good is in the escape, he's really going to regret. Like, if the boots or a mandatory item is in the escape, any of that stuff, there could be a lot of stuff in there. It's pretty likely, honestly, that one of the items you need is in there. With the hammer or something. He's got a bomb, he's good. He's solid.
TGH does have the... Oh no, they both got one now, yeah. But TGH does have the bomb, so they could scout out and see if it's worth it or not.
The flute's there.
Yeah, definitely a good place to go then. Flute and more bombs.
Red team getting there as well. He's not getting the flute. Oh, he is. There he goes. I was wondering what he was doing.
Yeah, you don't really want to skip the flute if you can help it, especially at the start of the game, because it's right there. You're going to the village anyways. You can turn it on.
Let's play some, we got the Milk Bar.
Good song. I like the song.
Well, those 8 bombs might not hurt him too bad now. He's got 3. He'll be alright.
Yeah, having 4 for the village is fine.
I would send him south. Looks like that's what's happening.
Yep.
3 bombs is plenty. You can do all 3 of the chests down south.
The pulling tree only has hearts.
TGH is gonna check Lumberjack now. So we're gonna know if Aghanim has something neat.
I didn't even see what it was, even though I was watching.
We neither.
It's hard to tell, yeah. Most people don't go into the cave all the way.
We saw
Unless
the
you're not
bottom
really used to the items.
2 pixel lines of whatever that was. He did it. He knew what it was, it seemed like. Let's see if Orphis gives us a better view. It's
Ooh,
rupees.
Hookshot and Thieves' Hut.
It's just 50 cents.
Okay. Yeah, Thieves' Hut is 300 rupees and a hookshot, so definitely really nice items there. And the book. Wood's not especially lucrative thus far.
Yeah, we're still on standard. They just finished escape. It's just now time to split up.
Dam is also a bust.
So we've
That could
seen
go well.
flippers on the mushroom spot. TGH.
Resfos checking the Lake Cave. 5 items. What could they be? Money and the mirror. Mirror in the net. No bottle yet, but it'll be useful to get some fairies.
That's some nice safety stuff already. You need.
Orphis isn't updating the tracker. Some people seem to have trouble getting it to capture right.
There we go. Orpheus just updated.
Where was the book?
In Fifth's house. Blind's house. Fifth's house.
Shovel and Ice Rod Cave. It's fetch time.
Some 3 players activating flute right now.
See, it looked like Shuffle was in the ice cave. Got back in.
We're about done making our rounds here in the, it's about time to, oh, Master Sword on the ledge in the lake. That's something probably worth picking up later.
Gonna need the moon pearl.
And a small shield and swamp.
Under the bridge we have more bombs.
Alright.
Well, they can go up to Tower of Hera. Can't. They possibly can't finish it, depending on whether or not something good is in the basement.
Another 8 bombs.
A lot of bomb drops to come around.
Oh, the lamp in Agina's cave.
Pretty good.
I don't know if these players need that or not, but I figure they'll go pick it up if they know exactly where to look.
Red team finding out the Master Sword is in the lake. TGH is probably going to want to go to Death Mountain soon.
It looked like he was gonna go check Hobo as well, but the teammate probably told him to not go there. And he just quit out.
Going to Eastern Palace.
No, I don't think so.
Or that area anyways, not necessarily to beat it, because they don't have the bow.
probably gonna check behind Shahashola
Yeah.
and see what he has. Since we're still needing to find some Poglos or something similar.
I expect we'll see Tower of Hera soon. Somebody.
Did we even see the map yet? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I haven't seen it open once. But again, this is commentator's problem. They might have opened it and it's so hard to catch. They only do it once, like usually.
Yeah.
And then we're just in the dark, especially on numbers there. It was just the flutes, it's hard to tell.
Osrala just has a bottle, which it looks like TGH is going to turn in now.
Sick Kid has... Oh, just a bomb upgrade.
That's
Alright.
the upgrade. Yeah, Death Mountain, I think that's the place to be right now. The only thing is, TGH is going to have to do it without the lamp. Probably not going to be too bad. First part is really easy without the lamp. Just if they have to do Tower of Hera without the lamp, that might be bad.
Digging is silver arrows, it looks like. Yeah, that's silver arrows.
Pretty good. Just going to find a bow with it. Looks like both sides have someone on Death Mountain and someone elsewhere. Resifos seems a little lost. Just kind of hovering on the map screen there.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going. I would think he would be going... Oh, they must be asking each other about that, because they got places to go.
I would be going into Eastern Palace at least, because that's something you can do. At least get the items in there, you don't need anything for it. It looks like they're both going for Death Mountain instead. Moon Pearl's on Spectral Rock, so we'll get them into the Dark World once they get a hammer or Titanets, or even regular gloves. Resifos takes a death on Death Mountain, thanks to rocks. Ooh, didn't get the save point there either. He's gonna have to fly back. It's a little unfortunate. Not a huge time waste, but still, it does kind of suck when you're right up there.
There's Tower of Hera and Eastern Palace being done at the same time. We have to do the basement here, it looks like, so...
Ooh, that's too bad. He has not checked the desert yet, so they are lampless. They're gonna need a fire source.
Yeah, they can't get any further.
It seems like TGH decided the Tower of Hera wasn't worth the time. It must be a pendant, then.
I thought every Light World dungeon was a crystal. When I saw the map, it looked like all three of them were.
The thing is, TGH couldn't even progress. Like, he didn't have the lamp, and since
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
keys
right.
and
He
similar
can't do it, so...
placement, couldn't go any further.
Did Green Team find the lamp?
Nope. They have not gone to Aegean's Cave yet. Orpheus found the boots in Eastern Palace, it looks like.
Yeah, all players are on the same seed. That's how they do races of this game. You don't want to mix up seeds.
It's not a race, it's just four people playing different games at the same time if you have different seeds.
That's right.
Ooh, TGH taking the risk on Desert Palace, but you're gonna need the boots for that too.
Hey, problem 6 with host.
That's why I like to go to Eastern Palace if I have to check one of the dungeons without being able to complete it.
Cane of Burna is one of the items in Tower High, not too exciting. Could come in handy later, I guess.
Cane of Burn is good for blind and if you have to do Spike Cave without the magic cape. That's about it.
Yeah. I like to use it in the mirror room in Turtle Rock sometimes, but other than that, I really don't have any purpose for it.
Hmm.
It's nice if you're in a jam. I would use it if I was having trouble with a boss, I guess.
Now, let's see if Orpheus will remember the Bonk Rock, because that was an issue with one of our previous races. Ended up being a very
TGH is
critical
going
piece.
to Gap into Eastern, it seems.
Well, that'll get him some boots, that'll get him further in Desert Palace. Bonk Cave is Full Hearts. Is finding the boots going to make up for wasting time in Eastern Palace? Yes, because boots are going to be necessary. It's one of the big key items. You'll need them to get through Desert Palace, so it's absolutely worth having them. Or are you just going for the safe strats on Moldorm? Pulling out that cane. Oh, there's the first crystal. Red team finding their silver arrows. Oh no! Froyo managed to jump into a completely stuck location. Jumped into the gap with the rocks. Now power gloves, you're stuck there, you gotta float out.
I've seen that happen once, it was hilarious. And they actually had to
Pretty
quit
funny.
out, unfortunately.
DJS is going all the way for Eastern Palace without the lamp. I don't think there was anything else great in there.
Red team is checking the right mountain. We've been stuck in Lightworld for a while.
Yeah, we need hammer or we're gonna need Titan mitts. Where could they be? Trying to think, what other locations could there be to have a Dark World item now? Maybe Zora? Because you can at least get to Zora with money, you just can't get the item on the ledge if you don't have flippers, but could be in the Zora zone. TGH has enough money for it, I'd definitely do that.
Man, those boulders.
We still don't have any glove, and there's actually not too many locations left, so we should see some gloves quite soon.
Yep. My guess is going to be the Zora area.
Yeah, at this point, it's like one of the only areas.
Gotta find something.
Everybody's on Death Mountain, though.
Yeah. Well, the Moon Pearl's up here.
It could also theoretically. Oh no, wait, it can't be in Spike Cave because you need hammer.
Could be in Pyramid. That's true.
Yeah, Can of Burner, that would let you into the Hyrule Castle, right?
I don't
Or-
think. Actually, I
or
think
is
They
it
even found
just the
the
magic cape?
though. They
Just-
found the
Oh, it
cape,
does have
yeah.
the cape.
the cape will do
That's
it,
also a
for sure.
possibility.
But I don't think the Bernarcane will.
And TJ with the hover.
Powerful trick. Oh no, Resifos missed their... Get the duck, there you go. Looks like Resifos is going to be going up for Zora now, because they're in the lake, and the only reason to be up there at this point is to teleport. Get a whirlpool.
Find a potion, it looks like.
PGH wants to buy some green potion, yeah.
Alright,
I don't think they found any magic drops so far.
that's interesting. Must be a good reason for that.
Well, Zora has a piece of heart. And Resifos is saving and quitting, so I didn't see the ledge item, but apparently it wasn't good either. Might have to do Agnum. Although, does TGH have the cane?
Do you think the hammer's on the pyramid?
I think that would have to be it at this point.
I mean, honestly, with the hook shot, they could just kill Aghanim and go across the top. It doesn't have to be anything like that. They should have done it already, in my opinion. One of them.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, at this point, Aghanim is the only real entry into the Dark World. I think they've checked everything else.
Once they had
Yeah.
the cape, they really probably just had to go do him. I don't see any other solution.
Yep.
So when they get there, they can hook shot across the bridge, across the top, like in vanilla, like you would in vanilla, and go left and just check Thieves Town and all that. Like all that's open, so they have access to quite a bit. Not to mention the catfish. I think they can get to that. They have power gloves. I guess they don't. That's annoying.
Yeah, no
they
gloves.
don't yet.
Well, I mean, they could
could
still
at
do
least
Thieves
get the
Town.
Master Sword. Start checking tablets in worst case scenario.
Yeah, they can get the Master Sword, they can check Thieves Town. I mean, they can go the whole way around. Theoretically, they could go all the way to the Hype Cave in the swamp and all that crap. They could get all that stuff.
Just a really long trip.
It is. But, I mean, it seems like the only trip. And, I mean, we're talking about how many chests? This one on the pyramid. You go left, you can do the graveyard chests, both of them. So there's two more.
Yeah, plus,
on
at this
cave.
point, it's
as
also
well.
necessary. They're going to have to do Aghanim.
They can even go around all the way and do Hype Cave.
Yeah, we're talking 4 chests before they even get to Thieves Town.
PGH saving and quitting out of Aghanim's castle for some reason.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let's see where it goes.
Maybe he forgot something.
Is he
and
checking
he's like,
Zora? He just got money.
Well, no, they were
Back to
Green
desert.
Greenside already checked Zora, I thought. That's why Resifos has no money now.
He's going to desert. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
TG's have the lamp. He doesn't have the lamp. Maybe that's why he ran away. Because Aghanim's without the lamp. Ooh, that's pretty painful.
That's true, yeah. But the problem is the lamp's in Nagina's cave, and
Yeah, he's going the
Resifos
wrong
already.
way.
Resifos should be telling him where it is.
I think he was told, and he just went to the wrong place. Like, he knows it's here somewhere. It looks like he's just not in the right. And Resifos needs to be a little careful. He's starting to die. There are fairies in here though. It is dungeon too, so not a huge risk.
You know, Orphis is definitely going to be taking a lead here thanks to their ability to go through the rest of Aghanim's tower. No, the game doesn't check if you have the Master Sword to bounce the orbs. It just checks the Master Sword to kill the thing at the entrance. That's all.
Right. If
Or you
there's
can just walk past it
miscommunication
with the
going
cape.
on, the TGH not knowing where the lamp is, if he wasn't told about the lamp or something, then Aghanims would be impossible. It would obviously be wrong because you don't have to go to the dark. So if that's
Yeah.
the case, then he's just not having good information going on. But it seems like he's going to go get the lamp now. Yeah, he certainly
Yeah, they're
is.
flying back to desert. This has to be it.
Yep, he's on his way to the lamp. That makes more sense. I think there was just a little bit of miscommunication there, because it seemed like he was aware that he should have the lamp. I wouldn't want to do Aghanims without the lamp. I would make this trip.
Like Resophos might be going for Tower of Hera now.
Orphis is going to be the first one to clear it unless a disaster happens or something. Those blue orbs almost got me once. I could see that killing somebody if they come in here with just 2 hearts. They're kind of hard to dodge if he shoots them at the wrong angle. I always try and stay to the side of him so that he doesn't get me.
At least they got a shield bow, so it's not that bad. Oh,
Hit. It only does half a heart, apparently. I thought it did more. That's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I offered to make them the seed. The one they made is much worse than the one I had, I'll tell you that. There's no way that this would have happened. And the one I made had like an item chain of 4. It was pretty quick.
Well, Orphis is going to be first in the Dark World here. Probably very close behind. See where they're going first. Might be going for the Master Sword in the leg, that's probably my guess.
this is a nasty seed bow. No gloves at all. Pre-dark mode.
Getting that Master Sword looks like.
Yeah. Problem with going to Palace of Darkness right now is that there's a bunch of rooms that are locked off without the bow.
Yeah, it's very likely that you can't do any of Palace of Darkness. Like, you could go in there and not get a key in the left room, or just not be able to get the back stuff. I would say without the bow, it's pretty unlikely that you can get... I mean, you can usually get back there and get most of the chests, but you certainly can't finish it, and you're gonna miss at least 2.
Yeah.
At
I
least.
really don't like going to Palace of Darkness without the bow unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to lock it up. I mean, because you can lock it up that way, if the bow... It just feels like there can't be a very important item there sometimes when you don't have the bow early. It seems like the odds of it being good are reduced because you have to get the bow,
Orphis
or else you can lock it
across
out.
the top area.
Because you can lock it out, it's like... Obviously, there can't be something great there if you can lock yourself out from it, not something that unlocks the rest of the dungeons.
Yeah.
I can waste the keys on the bottom half and have the top half where all the chests are locked up without the bow.
Like Orphis is going to pass on Catfish now, just going straight for the top half. Probably the better move, honestly. More items to be had up here.
Looks like it's gonna check King's Tomb.
Thankfully, it doesn't have to go the long way around because they have the boots.
I actually got stuck there once. It's really confusing when you don't have the boots.
Oh yeah, that's right, you can't even do Catfish without basic gloves.
I'm just not finding any cool stuff. King's Tomb, 50 cents. Alright.
What a rich king.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Tower of Hera is complete. Aghanim's being done by Kruya. He's taking some hits, but he's almost there. He's got a healing potion to be alright. I can't imagine he'll let himself get in any danger. Graveyard Ledge being checked. Orphis is running wild on the dark world here by himself. No one else is there yet.
Yep. Orphis is the first one in, so they're gonna have free reign. They'll be doing all the exploration for the most part.
By the time their teammate gets here, there's 300 rupees. By the time his teammate gets here, he will know exactly where to go. Yeah, give me those pedestal mitts. That sounds great.
Oh,
Glad
that
the
would
chat
be-
is here to support these players.
Thing is, would that even be possible? Would have pendant dungeons?
Yeah, we'd have to see, and with I think all of them in the Dark World, chances are pretty good. They will need gloves at some point.
Yeah, I don't think that can happen in this case. There's a red sword on Bumper Cave. You
Ooh.
can't get it though because you don't have gloves. I don't think there's any way to sneak around that.
Now you gotta get through that rock and lift it.
Well, you can do Skull Woods without gloves, and you can do blinds without gloves.
It's true.
Is there one more? Swamp? You can do swamp without gloves.
The problem with blind is that you may have to go with a big key chest, and that's a hammer item.
Yeah. But you can get around the dungeon without,
Oh yeah, like it's easy to just dive in for the quick ford really easily.
I mean, you can do the whole dungeon without the gloves. The one room that has the block in it, you can actually just go left, so you don't need
Yep.
gloves for that one either. So theoretically, the gloves could be on the pedestal, I guess. Theoretically, there's 3 dungeons. Honestly, Palace of Darkness also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Palace of Darkness doesn't have any glove items that need to lift.
I think it's just those 4 in the Dark World. Obviously, Tower of Hera and Eastern in the Light World, but not in this case. So there's 6 potential for that to happen.
Orphis gonna go for the digging game.
Let's see what Aether Tablet has. Oh,
A fire rod?
it was
That's a
a
fire
rod.
rod.
yeah, the fire rod. Nice.
Good find.
So we can technically clear Skullwoods now.
There's a lot of digging going on. Not a lot of items being... Oh, there it is, the bow. Alright, that's really good.
Ooh. Silver arrows and bow ready to go.
About time we got the bow. Kruya probably skipped the pyramid item because Orphis told him to. I don't remember what it was, but it must have been junk if he skipped it because he knows what it is.
Apparently just pick 20.
These teammates are sharing information.
EGH going for a fancy move, didn't work. There we go.
Oh, Rizif was almost dying in Aghanim's tower. Holy shit, that was close.
Orphis gonna be making their way to Hype Cave.
Well, let's hope it's gonna be hype.
Better be. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to change the name. Just Cave.
Communication's a big deal here, yeah. Apparently, Orphis is a good communicator. When I do this, I try and tell not only where all the treasures are that are important, but also the big keys. Those are the things you want to make sure your partner knows about, every single one. Every big key and every good chest. There's the hammer. That's gonna set Orphis up for a lot of exploring.
Yep.
And the Bloomerang.
Hammer and boomerang and the bow. That means I can do Palace of Darkness now.
There we go. Total Rock is a green pendant. Skullwoods and Swamp being the other pendants. Or
Turtle Rock, Skullwoods, and Swamp. Ugh.
so
Orphis
maybe
thinking
they
about
don't
the
even need the
plan.
Ice Rod in case Total Rock doesn't. It's always
Possible.
nice.
I would bet on it based on what I'm seeing right now. They're pretty close to. I mean, they really don't even need the Fire Rod. But
Like
they know what
Orphis
that
is going to go for the Palace of Darkness and then Eastern Palace combo right afterwards.
Palace of Darkness is the only dungeon on the menu that matters, so Orphis is heading there, ready to clear it.
Yeah.
And then he'll probably do Eastern afterwards. Knock that out. Pretty good plan. Really just need the Titan Mitts and whatever opens Mire. Red Cane also may be needed. It might not in this case. I guess it is
Mire
because you
is
need it for
crystal.
Mire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
I've had it not be needed before when both those dungeons are optional. You still do need it for Ganon's if the key's on the right side.
Hmm.
But that's not a guaranteed situation by any means.
Don't you always need the cane in Maya though for that one single block?
You do. So the only way it wouldn't be necessary is if you could skip both those dungeons.
But Maya was a crystal, so
Yeah. They're gonna need it this time.
definitely
They're gonna need the Titan Mitts to get anywhere, obviously. And whatever thing opens up that.
Looks like Resivos and TGH are both going to Palace of Darkness. I don't really agree with that, though. Oh, there they go. They're talking now.
Are they able to do it? Did they find the hammer and stuff?
They don't have the bow or the hammer now.
They got a lot of work to do.
So it's going to be a little bit of a bad exploration here, because if they can't finish it and there's something good in there, that's going to be a big time waste.
One of them's taking a gamble on getting as much out of this dungeon as they can while the other player does the overworld. The problem is, like I said,
Resivos is just walking in a circle. I don't know what they're doing. There you go. Go for the Master Sword at least. Instead of the Fighter Sword.
I feel like Eastern Palace is a good gamble. I don't think that Palace of Darkness is, not unless you can clear it.
Bro, you're looking to check tablets, it looks like. Check the Desert Palace, the Bombos tablet.
Yeah, they have to do a little thing in this case. It's a weird thing. Somebody in chat brought it up. The hook shot that you do across the ledge, you actually need to either hammer or lift a rock. But what you can do is you can swim and get on the ledge. There's the power gloves on Bombos, by the way.
Ah.
So they need
Wow.
to swim up the river and go to where the medicine shop is and come back down and then hook shot left. And neither of them has done that. And it's concerning that they might not know that that can be done. Like, they might not know that's where a bridge is. That would be bad. One of them's going to have to do it, though. They can't go anywhere. Looks like Resifos is reviewing the map, trying to figure out what to do. They are very confused, is what I'm getting out of the situation. Whenever somebody's sitting on their map, that's definitely not a good sign.
That's actually very true. TGH doesn't even have a bow yet, but he's in pod.
Yeah, TGH doesn't have the bow or the hammer, so it's really not a great idea to go there.
Red team's got a huge advantage right now. They're doing pod too, but they can finish it. They're actually making progress. And they're not going to get caught up in this.
Looks like Crowy is going to jump to Swamp House really quickly, see if there's anything good in there.
Orphis is equipped for war here. He's ready to finish this thing.
Which one was the green pendant again?
Total Rock.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not happening. That's just not going to happen. I don't see that coming together.
I was wondering if Crowy was going for maybe the green pendant here in Swamp, but apparently not. Let's look for items. Fire Shield.
Swamps seems like maybe a good place that I would gamble on Swamp having an item or two. It's got 6 chests. You can get them all.
Yeah.
There's not really anywhere else for him to go. That's great. Skull Woods, also a pendant. Thieves Town.
Now that they have the gloves, Thieves Town would be easy to knock out.
I think what I would do is go up there and do Eastern, and then I don't know. That might be a bad idea.
Well, I think Orphis is going to be doing Palace of Darkness and Eastern at the same time, so
Yeah,
we'll do
he
all
is.
that and report back. That's what I'd be doing anyways.
I could see myself ending up in Swamp trying to find something. I could see that happening. I do it all the time. It is the dungeon with the most chests in it. 2 of them are really bad to get, but it still has the most.
Yeah, Swamp is 6, Palace of Darkness is 5, so those are the best Dark World dungeons to do if you have to just go dungeon diving.
The problem with Palace of Darkness is all those item requirements really kind of lock out the quality of the chest, but in Swamp, all you need is Hookshot to get all of them. So,
Yep.
Hookshot and Mirror and Flippers, and you're there, you're all set. And you usually have that stuff just to get here anyway, so usually there's something of
Crappy.
decent quality in here.
The crappy thing about Swamp is when it decides that you're gonna have to, it's gonna give the boss the big key, you're gonna have to go back.
Yeah, I've
Check
never
that
had that
again.
happen to me.
That's terrible, yeah.
It's happened a few times to me, it's really annoying.
I've had to go back from the chests right in front of the boss, but going to the boss would be even worse.
Well, TGH is calling it quits on Palace of Darkness. Pulling on that
We don't
wall
know the
angrily.
medallion for Todorok yet. They didn't even check, but it's a green pendant, so that might not happen for a while.
Yeah, green just seems really lost right now.
They don't know what to do. They ran into. I hate this feeling when I'm in a race. Worst time to run into a. Like you do a million runs of this, and then this happens. You just cannot figure out what you missed, and what they have missed is actually terrain. It's actually a tactical thing. They just don't know
They
about
have-
bridge. I'm pretty sure this is the problem.
Yeah, they don't know about the bridge. I don't know if they know about swimming around the obstruction to the northern bridge part where you can hookshot across, because they could do that. Like, they don't need any special equipment for it. They just need hookshot and
Yeah.
flippers.
They just
But,
need to go
yeah.
to Pyramid, where they've been. They both can get there. Head up, jump in the water, swim up to the right, come back down, and hookshot left. That's what they need to do to get anywhere in this seed. And I don't think either of them know that they can do that. It's a weird problem because you almost always have gloves, hammer, or access to some other thing. Neither of them seem to know where to go right now.
No, they can go to Shovel Game. They just have to go the long way around.
Yeah, they have to go left
It's-
around the top.
It's a little bit of a weird route, but you have to go up from the pyramid, jump into the river because there's a glove obstruction there, swim around, and there's a dock you can jump up onto, after which point you just hookshot across, and then you're in the top half.
I've had this happen to me. I think I've forfeited 4 times. All 4 of those were something like this happening to me, where I either completely missed a very important item and decided that I would not spend an hour looking for it on all the possible locations, or I just straight up didn't know about a thing. It happens.
PGH is in. They've been on the map screen now for like a minute and a half, probably. Are they forfeiting? What's going on?
Yeah, I think they're throwing it. They haven't said anything in the. We're in the SRL room here, so I haven't heard anything from him yet.
Either that or just having a really long discussion with their partner. Meanwhile, red team is still just clearing stuff out.
Man, my seed would have been great, just saying. The bot generated one when they made the room, and we decided to use that one. And oh boy, is it mean.
There we go. There's the Titan Mitts in Swamp.
No, Swamp was definitely a good gamble.
Yeah, not bad.
It'll be
Honestly.
real big for red team.
Yeah, I mean, red team has it in the bag. Not only is green team hardly playing anymore, but also red team is nearly in go mode, severely ahead. They're very hard to beat right now. The only thing that they just took a little while longer than they probably should have start agging them, but they were still the first ones to do it.
Mm.
With Titan Mist, they're just missing the red cane and possibly whatever medallion. I think they have 2, despite what the tracker says. Whatever medallion it might be on Meyer. Green did agging them. They just don't know how to navigate the map because they don't have. They have a very weird set of items. They have not got anything except hookshot, basically.
Green is incredibly desperate at this point. They're checking pedestal, but it looks like Resifos, yeah, they're not communicating very well. TGH went in to check pedestal as well, but Resifos is like, no, it's just money. Get out of here. Yeah, Green is just needs a little more experience with knowing the routes around the Dark World.
Well, even if it was something on the pedestal, it wouldn't help him because all the dungeons that have a pendant are just now being accessed by the team who has nearly everything.
Yeah, Green has basically just completely stopped playing at this point, so unless they forfeit, it's they're not really going to be come back from this. This is a huge, huge lead with every second that they're not getting progress.
I'd say it's impossible here soon. Like, red team's playing really well. They're doing just fine.
Red team would basically just have to both have a power outage at the same time. And don't say it'll never happen. Miracles could happen. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, right now, Red is probably going to win.
Well, folks, we do have another game coming up tonight in an hour and a half. If you want to watch that one, we'll be back, regardless of what goes on here. It looks like this game's going to be... Honestly, I figure Red Team's going to have this done in less than 45 minutes at the rate they're gone. They found the silver arrows. They're all set. Like, they know where a red sword is, too. On Bumper Cave.
Assuming that Green even continues playing here, because right now it looks like if there's not going to be a forfeit, it's going to be impossible for them to win.
Yeah. Titan Mit's on Kruya already. He's going there. They are allowed to use Cross Products Tracker. Cross Product was going to commentate, actually. He didn't make it today, but I had invited him. He wanted to do that. He's in the races as well. I want to tell him.
Tracker is super useful.
How good his tracker is, yeah. Everyone's using that one, Top Dog Tracker. That's the one everyone's picking when they choose their...
I use the Zarbi Tracker just because that one has the auto checking, but I know that's not allowed in SRL races.
Yep.
Like for casual stuff, though.
Is there a way to do Ganon's Tower without the Fire Rod? Can you rush it with the lamp, the last two rooms? And the third floor there? I feel like you can, but I've never tried. Because in that case, they might not need the Fire Rod, if that's the case. I'm not sure if it is or not. Is Fire Rod a mandatory item, I guess is what I'm wondering. And it would have to be because of those two rooms in Ganon's Tower.
Good question.
I gotta try that sometime and see. I feel like you can. I feel like it's tough, but doable. And if that's the case, then they don't even need the Fire Rod.
I think it's possible. I think I remember reading that without Fire Rod, like it's very difficult, but not impossible to do Ganon's Tower, like all the fire puzzles.
Yeah. Like when you do that room, it seems like you still have a little bit of spare time, which is probably the time for the lamp if you would use it instead, I guess.
Hammer was in Hype Cave.
Well, there's that room on the right side of Ganon's Tower, but there's also two rooms where you have to light 4 lamps. There's the one with the clockwise moving flame pillar, and then there's the one after that where 2 orbs are trying to stop you while the floor dissolves. And I feel like that one's the harder of the two to do with the lamp, but I still think you can.
People are saying that it's possible with stuff like bomb jumps, and I would agree. People are probably able to bug their way or hover across pits and stuff.
Well, they definitely can do that. Solve a lot of problems,
but like just for standard progression for normal people, yes, you need the Fire Rod.
It would be tough, for sure. Like, there's no way around that. It's going to be a hard thing to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually get the big chest in Mire without the hookshot too, and that's pretty tough. Without the boots or hookshot, and you're trying to get that stupid chest open. Thankfully, that's usually
that one just needs good timing. That was not too hard to do though.
I was thinking Ganon's Tower would be the same kind of situation. Right now, they are looking through some weird dungeons. Red team is.
Well, Thavestown has to be done, and I'm assuming Orphis just wants to grab those Titan mitts. Because you're going to need them for Mire anyway, so I might as well get them out of the way. Green team is just, yeah, they're completely stuck.
Yeah, they haven't forfeited yet on SRL, but I think they have forfeited at this point. They haven't moved for 15 minutes. They don't know where to look. It's a really obnoxious problem that happens when you have no idea where to even try to check. Like, you rack your brain about what you could have missed, especially with teams. That makes it even more confusing.
Problems, they're missing the ability to go to the top area. Like, you don't actually need the Power Glove to access the top half of Dark World, you just need to swim through the river. They can do that, they just don't know about it.
Yeah, they just didn't know.
They have the hookshot, they have the flippers.
The entire Dark World is locked behind that singular route. All of it.
Yep.
And they just didn't know how to get down that road. They didn't know how to start, so they can't go anywhere until they figure that out. There's half mana. That's, Blinds is a crystal, right?
Yep. It's Skullwoods, Turtle Rock, and Swamp that are pendants, so everything else is going to be mandatory.
It looks like they're just hanging out while Red Team finishes. Yeah, they weren't that far behind. I would say they were still lagging a little bit, but they certainly could have won until they got stuck here.
Yeah.
They certainly were contending, you know, they weren't like completely done. Orphis was really getting stuff fast. He was the first one to Dark World and he lit it up. He found the hammer and the hook shot and all that other crap really fast in this seed. When he got to Dark World, he found the bow and the hammer really fast. And that let him get to a whole lot of places. Titan mitts, he found one of the glove pairs and his buddy found the other one. They lit it up.
Yep. I would say even like before the whole, like the top half of Dark World thing, they were pretty damn even. Like they were both on the point where they had to check Aghanim, so both teams were pretty equal in terms of items and crystals available.
Yeah, the only speed up was that Orphis did Aghanim 5 minutes faster than everyone else. Like that was it. He's just that was the only advantage they had. But that's obviously not the case now. He's got the powder.
Green definitely had a shot at some point, but now it's just, yeah, I don't see it happening.
I would like to show them where to go. Hopefully they'll have some questions that I can answer about where they got stuck exactly. I would certainly want to know if I got stuck. I always want to know exactly where stuff was when I forfeit.
But, you know, it's like, one of the things I like to say is that once you do something like this, where you just completely brain fart on a single thing, you will never forget it ever again. They will remember, like, once they find out that they can swim around that, they're going to know that for every single time they do the run from now on.
It's pretty unlikely that something like this will happen in teams, but if it does, it's just going to be twice as confusing. It's going to be insurmountably confusing, because if you do it in single player, you can sort of try and track your steps a little bit, but when you are skipping chests at the advice of your buddy, it's going to be really hard to figure out what you should have done. And they don't know if they've missed an item, or if they just can't find the way. I'm thinking that they think they missed an item, which is not the case, you know? Like, I feel like they think they missed a hammer or something somewhere, and they just don't know where to look. That's what I would assume. I wouldn't assume that I can actually proceed with this minimal stuff.
It makes me kind of sad to see the team being stuck so much.
Well, that
unfortunate.
Archer, it's pretty entertaining.
The arrows that they have, jeez.
He's wondering why he's not hitting the target.
He's trying to do an angle shot, he's trying to bank it off the wall.
These cross-eyed guards. Red team is just trying to find what they need to finish here, and they just can't seem to do it. I assume that... I know they went to Mire. I assume that they know they need a medallion for that that they don't have. I didn't see what one it was. So they're still looking for stuff.
Red team is mostly just a countdown for Fire Rod, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
They got everything else.
I think
the
they're
Maya
doing Maya if they
medallion
had the
is-
medallion. Because they were there. I think they're missing whatever that is. It's probably Ether or Quake. I can't imagine that he went to Maya and turned around with what he has. Here's the Ether tablet. First one to check it, I think.
I think so.
I was linking the
There's the
bracket.
Fire Rod.
Let me see if that worked for you.
There we go.
Oh.
I
Yeah, Orpheus
regretted-
got the Fire Rod now, so I think Red team is ready to go. They just gotta find whatever medallions they need.
I regretted the day I had to put in link protection on my channel, but it's mandatory these days.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, TGH is moving again. Probably got sick of the arrow noise.
Killer
Oh.
MC and Oozworm don't seem to have much faith in their abilities.
I think he's gonna
Wow.
go into Dark World again. Yes. Go TGH, I
They're
believe.
both going in now, it looks like.
They're looking.
No, not down.
TGH is
Go on.
going down.
Go
Maybe
on.
they're thinking they might swim around the lake and see if they can whirlpool around or something. I don't know.
He can get the
Or maybe
master,
they
Water
just-
is the answer.
but that's it down here. There's nothing else.
Alright, Reziphos is at the right place. Are they going to figure it out, though?
Well, they're not in the right
So
place. They
sorry.
need to, they need to jump off here.
Well, no, Reziphos is on the right screen. I mean, they just have to find the little drop off down at the bottom.
He's gonna
there.
do
That's
it.
the key.
They're gonna
Oh,
work
oh,
it out.
oh.
All right,
Yes,
this is gonna
yes.
be. I kind of
Have
wish
we
I
got
had
it?
a call audio right now. Unmute this. Oh, there's gonna
I'm
be
glad
a
that I'm glad that you played the Chrono Cross music, the victory music, right when they figured it out.
Here's the bridge, my man.
Yeah, just jump up now. Do
This
it.
is the entire problem solved right here. He is about to go hookshot across. Yes, he is. He's figured it out. That was the issue. That right there. That little hiccup
Mhm.
stopped them from winning this.
Well, the green
He's
team
made
at
it.
least can
All
progress
right.
again.
Nice work, green team. Here's some drums.
But oof,
All right, maybe
a
you
hell of a
still got a
lead
match
to
here.
make back.
They're off. They lost 30 minutes, but they're still in it. Come on, green team. It's that can-do spirit that's gonna get them to the end.
I mean, the other team has just one more crystal right now, but a lot more items. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Kroya has the Butter Blade. Orpheus is working on more crystals.
They're
I
not
don't know,
going
I don't
lightning
see-
fast by any means, but there's the fire rod, and I think they're bot and go mode at this point. They just need to get into Mire, and I'm not sure that they have that ability yet.
they found Quake though, so maybe it's Ether.
I didn't see what it was. I wouldn't want to do Mire until I was ready, but they're definitely good to go whenever they feel like it. As soon as I see one of them get inside Mire, I'm going to say they're in go mode. I'm not sure if they are yet or not.
Now the next question is, when are they going to go to the digging game? Because Rezephos is still in village. Kind of the linchpin right now, the bow. That'll get him into 2 areas.
There is another race tonight at 7:30. It's 6:10 right now, so these guys have an hour and a half before I have to switch to that one. I would delay the other one unless one of the teams wasn't done yet, honestly.
Oh no, TGS takes a death in Dark World. Means they gotta do another loop. Oh no, they got the pyramid unlocked, never mind. they would have to come back from the light world. It's not too bad.
At least they know how now. So it's
Yep.
gonna be fast.
They have learned a lesson, and that will stick with them. Resipos is about to find a bow. Yeah, so it looks like the other sword upgrade was in Skull Woods.
Where's TGH gone? Does he have a different way in?
I think he's taking the Zora portal, maybe?
I don't know about those. I would get stuck if I had to use one of those in the Dark World. Yeah, I didn't know this thing was a thing.
Yeah, he is. He's coming from Catfish, technically, from the top.
I mean, it just goes to the same place. Okay. Pretty unnecessary.
Oh, not even Catfish, it brings you there. Alright, I didn't know that.
Right in front of the bridge. Yeah, I don't know what the Dark World whirlpools are. I don't know about any of them. I wouldn't have known that one. Thankfully, it seems pretty minor.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like I gotta drop out here. The AC guy's gonna be coming real soon. Look at you guys later.
Take it easy. Finishing up Desert.
TJ is gonna take a peek into Feast Town. And we're gonna find the hammer now. Like, even though they're so much behind, they're like checking the right places at least, so
Yeah.
they kind of make up for it.
The swamp might trip them up because they're gonna need that Titanite power as soon as they can get it. And that's a pretty strange, random place for it to be. They're gonna do the whole overworld first, probably.
I mean, they don't even have power gloves yet. They have to find these as well.
Yep. Looks like he's going after power gloves right now, Resipos.
Hopefully into swamp right after.
Red team is just cleaning up dungeons. Looks like Korea's going to Mire, so if that's the case, then they're definitely just cruising along. I'm not sure. Oh, he wants the magic powder. I wonder what was that. Maybe he just wants it. Maybe he just wants the powder. I have no idea what it turned into. I don't think they've done that yet.
TGH is gonna pick up the bow any second.
After another 20 digs. Man, it's too bad about that hiccup because they are cruising here.
And Maya was Quake actually, so yeah, then go mode. Alright.
This is a standard seed for just kill Ganon standard mode randomizer. Completely default. We're supposed to go into the Palace of Darkness this time, ready to do it, ready to clear it. TGH takes its death.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Right in front of Hype Cave.
Yeah, without the hammer, he's gonna have to run the entire distance to get it now. All that way. This is a nice spin dash.
They go fast.
I have trouble pulling that one off. I've only done it a couple times. I usually don't even try. Man,
But he's
still
taking that long way again.
he's still doing that. Meyer is not handing out the big key, looks like.
Hopefully it's not vanilla. Quite deep.
These are long journeys. Pretty finally got that big key in the worst, most obnoxious room. He's ready to finish Meyer. Man, it's so nice to have Hammer. As soon as TJS gets the gloves, they'll both be finally ready to really explore. You should know just where to get, at least the first pair. Go left in the pyramid. You can't go left in the pyramid. The only exit's to the right. And then you can either go down with the hammer or up with the hook shot. Those are your options. If you're looking to get to the other side of the map, you have to have one of those two items. Not to mention the Moon Pearl, which they did have in this case. Sisyphos takes a death, unless he's got a fairy. Yeah, he's gonna be doing Palace of Darkness all over again.
That was quite deep in as well. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a boss kill. Meanwhile, red team gets 2 crystals at the same time. Meyer complete, Desert complete. They're gonna start racking these up real quick. 3 to go on Orphis.
Is it really 5 crystals missing for Koroya? Or are we gonna
No.
get tricked here?
He only needs 3. I don't know which 3, but ice is one of them, I guess. I don't think anyone's done that, and I'm pretty sure it's mandatory. That'll be a fast one with what they have.
Then go mode, they can just bomb jump and just go straight through.
Yep. Where you need to do Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace, that's probably 2 of them. And then Ice, I think that's his 3. Orphis needs to do ice, and I don't know what else.
I think Meyer.
He's
doesn't have-
checking the mushroom, and I don't know why. Just Quake. Oh, that's why. Okay, now he's ready for Meyer. Now Orphis is in go mode as well. He needed that. He just got told where the big key is too, so Meyer will be pretty fast for Orphis.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the green team still has to find Titan minutes.
Yeah, that'll be troublesome. I mean, the game kind of leads them that way because they only have a couple options, really, at the moment with what they have without the mitts. But even so, it's still halfway into a pendant dungeon. Oh, that Zora move. Is going to do the Palace of Darkness really fast too. He knows there's nothing of value in here, he can just grab the big key and go, and he knew exactly where to look.
Yeah, that's good communication.
That's going to save a lot of time. Orphis isn't going to be as far ahead of Korea as it looked like because of that. The boss's RNG is set to the seed. Everyone gets the same movement. It might differ if you do things differently, though. But to start with, it's the same. Like, Ganon will always teleport this many times. So you don't have to worry about somebody getting teleports and losing because of it. I think when that first was finally finished, they had it a problem where people who started phase 2 or 3 had different RNG than people who didn't do those right. Right as in perfectly, like as quickly as possible. But I think they even fixed that, so now it's always the same number of teleports. Also, Darkness getting wrapped up.
And the whole green team is in Eastern. Orphis is almost done with Maya already.
Eastern's a crystal, but it's not worth much else, unfortunately. They still need a lot of items.
TGH has the bow. They still need to find the cane. They still need to find, well, Titan mitts. And
Yeah, that's
they
a
need to
big one.
find Quake.
Powder wasn't too hard to find. I think that checkerboard chest is a pretty understood place to look. Pretty common thing. I've seen a lot of important items being there. Really lighting up Armos with that bow. I'm trying to learn that strategy. I'm bad at that without the silvers. That being said, I thought they had silvers. They never found them with the shovel. Orphis moving on to ice. Last one, I think. Yeah, it sure is. Not having to do Total Rock is going to save some time, because ice should be a couple minutes and done if you bomb jump it. And you absolutely can when you're done like this. Yep, that's the plan. Saving ice for last. They both are.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, it's just a fast dungeon to complete the end. Total Rock is not a thing, so you just flute up and just go straight for Ganeth's Tower. Or even save and quit. It looks like TGH is checking out Skull Woods now.
Not a bad call, but it's just the wrong dungeon. I don't know what's in there, but it's nothing useful. I don't think we ever saw the
I think a sword
insides.
upgrade was in.
Oh, that's not bad.
There we go.
Now they don't have to bother with Bumper Cave. Definitely want that level 3 sword if you can help it, but it's not going to help him get anywhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only good dungeon.
They're just going to have to figure out what their options are. At least they're done with Skullwoods quickly.
I'm pretty sure TGH softlocked himself with the randomized chests in Skullwoods now.
How'd
Like
that
there was
happen?
one chest which always had a key guaranteed, so you couldn't softlock, but it got changed recently and you can actually get stuck there on the left. I think that's what happened.
You can still fall in on the other side.
No, the thing is, you're like, actually, yeah, you could have gone down then right.
Yeah, you can fall into the mummy room directly, I think. You have a
Yeah,
couple.
he wasn't even softlocked.
Oh, Orphis pulled off the bomb jump but then slipped anyway. Hate it when that happens. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, I usually get all 3 of those chests in Skullwoods right away. One of them's usually a key. One of them has to be a key, honestly. One of those 3 has to be a key. But sometimes 2. Sometimes you get both items out of the other 2 chests and then you can just leave. Skullwoods is a dungeon where you have at least 1 extra key if you want it. Maybe 2. Maybe more. If you really don't want to open doors, you don't have to open very many. One of them is a trap, so you definitely don't want to open that one anyway.
So now they're both finishing off Feast Town.
Yep, red team's both finishing off Ice Palace. I think Korea has another dungeon to go. But, no, they're both nearly
It's
done.
actually the last for both, yeah. Korea
Yeah.
just had Eastern, which was really fast, while Orpheus still had Meyer, and they catched up to each other.
Yep. It's incredible how that teamwork ends up putting people in the same exact spot. They really are a minute apart already. Because Korea was 3 dungeons back at some point in this, compared to Orphis. They have slightly different items, but it's not going to be... They honestly have a very similar loadout for the most part. Orphis doesn't have the cold sword, that's really the big difference. Hopefully he'll go pick up silver arrows. I guess he doesn't need to. But I don't know if he did or not. He might just not have marked them. He's got the shovel. I think he would take the time. It's worth it. I would do it.
Yeah, I guess it takes about the same amount of time to get the silvers.
Helps you in
And
the tower
actually-
climb too.
Oh yeah, true, for mimic rooms.
I think it's worth it. He does have him, he just didn't mark him. He's ready.
Right, off to Ganon's Tower, that is.
Yep, they're both fully loaded.
So which chest is it gonna be? That's a big question now.
Place your bets on numbers 1 through 22. That's what that is. Which one of those is going to have the key? The first number is. Well, I get. Do they label it as Is there a standard label for those chests, or just where the players go?
Yeah, just by what the players go. So, I would check the right side, the 2 chests. When you have the lamp, that's 3. I'm gonna say number 7. It's gonna be on the left in the skeleton room.
I'm going for the 1 and 2. We get the key in 1 and the big key in the perfect Ganon's Tower we go. Put my faith in Ganon.
We got a few guesses in chat, let's see. 42. That's probably not gonna happen.
Well, here we go. Orpheus is ready to roll out. Crew's right behind him.
Alright, checking right side. Let's go. Nope. Alright, 1 and 2 already dead. Heart container and the lamp.
I've been
Wow.
destroyed.
Well.
That's number 3, by the way, the heart container.
Rip Bob.
Yeah, that counts. As an item, I mean, it counts as a...
Yeah, of course it is. But we just killed Bob. That's unfortunate.
I think it genuinely can be anywhere, Beatus. I think you can get that. I've had it be in the first chest. Twice. I've had it, like I said, it could be just in the first 2 chests on the right. You could get a key and the big key. I've had that happen more than once, and that's the absolutely perfect tower. It's really nice to just be able to go and skip the entire basement. All of it. Not any of it gets done in that case.
And there was Aether in Ganon's Tower.
I've also had it be in the tower room twice, which is disgusting.
Oh yeah.
And my
Another heart container.
I don't know how many runs of this I've done, probably around 100 at this point, I would think, and that's my stats. Twice I've been able to perfectly skip Ganon's Tower, and twice I had to do the tower room, which I do last, so it would have been number 22 for me.
I sometimes actually like to do Tower Room. I just want to believe.
I would check it in partners, especially if I was the second one in. I can't believe they're both going left right now. Maybe he's just getting keys and then going right? No, it looks like he's journeying onward. They're both going all the way left. That's weird. I'm used to seeing people split up in Ganon's Tower. I've had some pretty
Maybe the
disgusting
randomizer room.
item placement before. I don't know which one I would say is the worst. A lot of dungeons being half done and leaving for a different dungeon kind of happened, and then the pedestal had an item on top of that. It was a lot of stuff like that. The bows and Turtle Rock. Like things
Oh,
like that.
that's worse.
Yeah, I've had some pretty nasty seeds. Like, one of them was on the weekly, and the first time was like an hour 50. You know that's bad when 100 people take a crack at it, and that's the best you've got is almost 2 hours. That's not good. And that's, you know, that's the person who got lucky, who got the stuff right away, who did well, and that's their time. That means that's pretty damn close to the best time that you could get without advanced knowledge. That wasn't too long ago. I missed the weekly this week, so it must have been the one before. It looks like, to me, they should have gone right. One of them should have gone right. Unless Armos has it, in which case right would have been just as good anyway. But they did get a couple things on the left, I guess. A heart and some other stuff.
They get 2 heart containers, which is pretty neat.
I don't know that they'll need that given the situation right now. Let's see if Armos has it or if we've wasted our time. There it is. Okay, boss has given us the key. No problem then. I have no idea which number that is. It seems like it's going to be like 16. Let me see, there's 5 left after that. Plus 2, there's 7 left. So I guess that was number 15.
15, yeah.
15 seems right.
Someone guessed number 15. Let's see. Oh, we had a 14 and a 16. Dang.
How's Green Team doing? It looks like they're gonna find the Titan Myth soon. That'll be nice. That'll help them out a lot.
Actually checking Spike Cave. We didn't see that yet.
Yeah, what the heck's in here? Nothing special.
Just
Green's-
a piece of love.
Green's crystal tracking is accurate, I believe. Yeah, it seems right.
That is pretty accurate.
They got,
Unfortunately.
yeah, they have a couple of dungeons left they couldn't access. They still can't. They can't get in the mire. They can't get there to even look at what they need, yet alone open the door. They can't do that. They can't get into Ice Palace.
Oh, rest taking a death.
Yeah, they were out for a long time. They were out for a third of the race at this point. Seriously, that was a long time that they sat there thinking about what to do.
Yeah, literally waiting on the map screen, thinking, what did we forget?
Yeah, I imagine they were having a conversation about it, and then they realized that they should try. I don't know. Maybe they got bored of waiting. There's the Titan Myths for Green Team. With those, they are finally able to access everything, I believe.
They're just looking for the Red Cane now, and Quake at this point.
Yeah. Really, it's just Mire being the weird problem with the stupid item requirements that they need, and then they're all good. Orphis is having a heck of a time with Lanmolas here. They're both in the Lanmolas room too. They caught up to each other like terrifically. One of them has way more health than the other though. I hope we don't see a disaster here. I don't know what kind of healing. Oh, he's got a blue potion. He's alright. He's ready. Yeah, I'm wondering if they would have forfeited if I wasn't restreaming it. That probably, I probably would have wanted to bail in such a case, but they're broadcasting for an audience. They probably wanted to just go try some more. I wonder if they're gonna finish. Time doesn't matter for future rounds, no. I'm only using it as a reference to see who won. And if I get another PB, like the PB was Frisian Players group. If that gets beaten, I'll notice. But that was a really fast one on a really good seed.
I really wonder if they're gonna finish. Like, Red team is gonna finish in 5 to 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, they're gonna be done at 140, I would think. Less than that. They are seriously neck and neck with each other. I wonder which one's gonna finish first. It's gonna come down to Aghanim's skill, I think. Which one of them gets better shots on that? Everyone seems to have a different plan for this room, and I'm not sure what the best idea is. This
Bad
room-
mini Helmosaur is so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, the room with 10 bouncing tiles and tracks and 4 Helmosaurs. Yeah, I don't really know exactly how to handle it myself. I just kind of do a thing that works half the time, and half the time I get bounced into spikes and get annoyed. Getting
They're both getting a double. Come on. They're making it so perfect. Aw, dang.
Rhea missing his, Orphis missing his. They both missed the same set of blasts. Why isn't that dude firing? What the? It's happening to both of them. He just isn't shooting.
I think Aghanim got stuck in the wall and he didn't shoot his ball. That was weird.
Korea is losing now because of that. Oh no. There you go. He's only 5 seconds behind. They're finished. Now to go kill Ganon real quick, and then that'll be this one. This was Group 1. We finally got Group 1 to play. Been waiting a while. They were at... we had some players at SGDQ. I believe both green players were at SGDQ, so could not do this match till they got back. I think that was the case. No rush.
Too bad we didn't see Trinex this time. Because we all know he's named like that because he has 3 necks.
It's true. I'm happy to not see him, to be honest. I don't like seeing that boss
Me
show up
too.
because that means they had to do his dungeon, and it's just 5 minutes of waiting on platforms. It's just going through tubes. Yeah, the Aghanim patterns should be the same, and so should Ganon. Unless they don't do the phases exactly the same, which might happen because one of them has the sword upgrade. Orphis is using the cape, though, just to make sure that he burns it down as quick as is possible. Uh-oh. He's got another boot potion. He's alright. He's not taking hits before he drinks it. Ganon tends to push you into the edge if you take a hit while you're moving. It doesn't seem to matter where the hit comes from. He just launches you off the side. It's a thing that he does, so.
These two are so synced up. It's incredible.
Yeah, the Butter Sword only helps on Ganon by knocking off a couple of the hits on phase 1 and 2. So if you're just going crazy with the cape especially and hitting him with the red sword a ton anyway, it doesn't actually help at all. You're still gonna finish at the same time. It's about time to wrap it up. I'll be going by SRL time here.
And that's GG for both of that team.
136 even. And 4 seconds later, his teammate, well, they have taken it.
Wow.
90 minutes and
Considering how bad that seed
90 minutes
was,
plus
that's
6 seeds. Yeah, that was a
amazing.
gross seed. That was terrible. They had a long bunch of battling to get through that mess. Just to get started.
Oh, look at that message. You win.
There was so much debate about whether or not they should kill Aghanim on both teams at the start.
Looks like TGH stopped playing well. Maybe there's something going on there.
I'm in there. They haven't said anything, but Rhea and Orphis obviously have won with an average time of 136.02. That's not beatable anymore, obviously. So nice work, red team. Moving on to round 2 match. They'll be playing against SWAT Anaconda 69 and Alucard 2004. Names that I'm familiar with, I think.
There we go. TGH found Quake. can go into Mire now.
We do have another match in 45 minutes from now, hopefully. Hopefully we'll pull that together. So y'all are interested in that. If Green Team's gonna finish, I'll sit here and watch them, see when they complete this. That might be around the right time for the next group to be ready. It's up to them. I'm not forcing anybody to finish after the other team's done. It's up to them if they want to keep going or not.
Always fun and nice when people still finish, just for finishing.
It depends on how far back they are, in my opinion. Like, if they're really gonna take like an hour, I think they probably should forfeit. But if they're like 20 minutes off, then yeah, I would like to see them finish. And they're not.
I mean,
too
they
far.
catched up quite well still. Like, considering on what happened, they catched up quite a bit still.
Oh no, you can't do that bomb
no.
jump. You're injured. Is he gonna do some weird? Does this work? No, it doesn't work.
Is that a thing?
It doesn't work. He doesn't have the heart to bomb jump with, and it looks like he's annoyed by this fact.
Yeah.
We were messing with my bot, so it's down right now. You guys can't mute yourselves, I'm sorry. Getting new
So it
features.
looks like he's... Is he attempting to hover? He is.
Nothing to lose, I guess. Nope, didn't make it. That's a tough thing to be doing. Do bombs do set damage? I thought bombs always did one no matter what Maya you were wearing, is that right? I didn't know they only did half a heart to blue. Well, it would kill him if he missed it. Apparently he thought hovering was less risky. Yeah, if you want to follow the racers, Orphus_flow, FLO, is Orphus. That's not actually the Twitch name. Let me change that, actually. Everyone else's name, I'm pretty sure, is accurate to their... Which... If you all want to come in here and commentate on that match, I just need you to hop in the AFK room in here. It's up to you. In my Discord. Green Team had a disaster while you guys were wrapping it up. It would be interesting to talk to them and see what they have to say.
Yeah, definitely. After such a seed.
The start was really mean. I feel like after that, once they got the hammer, everything started to come together. It wasn't the worst seed I've seen, but the start was really pretty outrageous, pretty slow. Oh no, didn't make the bomb jump. Ah.
At least he's... No, he doesn't have another try. Again! Oh no.
Well.
Well?
He doesn't have the red cane either, so what that means is that he has to do the dungeon properly, and it's just no good. It's a really bad dungeon to have to do
Yeah.
that. It's really annoying. You need 2 keys more than you usually do, which is not, you usually don't need any. You need like the one for this room and that's it. You have to have the big key, which you also don't usually need. And you have to go all the way through the dungeon and then halfway up and then turn around and do it again. Got himself a heart, going for another jump. You can check the damage on that bomb. See that half heart is accurate. Yeah, it sure is. He's dead though. Didn't make the jump. That's interesting. I thought bombs were static damage, but they are reduced by the tunic actually.
But unfortunately, 1 Alpha Heart of Bomb plus a 4 damage is still 1.5. He's always so unlucky when he reaches that point. He's on low health when he has like 1 or 2 tries, and
Yeah, I know they don't need the cane if they could do this jump, but he can't seem to get it. And that's why he will need the cane to at least save a little bit of misery, but since he doesn't have that, he's just gotta do it the right way. The right way is the worst way.
right. 3rd try is gonna be the try.
We're just hanging out waiting for our racers to finish. The seed was pretty nasty. It held Team Green up here for a loop.
Yeah, we had no light world gloves. Gloves were in Swamp Palace, which is a pendant, and then Bombo's tablet. And the only way to like progress in the Dark World was unfortunately the hooked shot shortcut on the top. And well, Green Team had some issues. Fortunately, not knowing how to do it, and that cost them like 30 minutes.
They made this seed on their own with the SRL bot. How far are they from finishing? Yeah, it depends. They're having some trouble in this dungeon, slowing them down. Could they finish in 30 minutes? Probably. I might have to say, like, I don't want to hold up the next group. If they're going to take more than 2 hours, I probably will need to move it. Not 2 hours, but like 2 hours and 15 minutes. That would be the top end time for them to finish here before I might have to not restream the end of their runs. But you can certainly see the end of their runs on their streams if you want to, if I have to do that. If they do finish.
I'm pretty sure both of them are gonna go left side in Ganon's tower. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, but if they do, then it's gonna take a little bit. But I guess it's still doable.
Yeah, I mean, doing Ice Palace properly isn't a disgustingly long thing. It's just gonna add like 2 or 3 minutes to the ordeal. They should have just done it that way by now if they're having that much trouble with the bomb jump. Which is an unfortunate thing, but what are you gonna do? It's a hard bomb jump. It's a very precise one. It's the hardest of the ones that I do, for sure.
I'm wondering which is the last crystal that TGH needs after this.
Well, Meyer been done? Did he go in there?
No, he did mire. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what he's missing.
I think that they did Tower of Hera because they had 4 crystals pretty early, so I think they did all 3 of those already. There's Cold Stare.
With green mail, that's really dangerous. But no problem for TGH at all. Getting the blue potion.
That's why they had so many blue potions, because they had one from the boss, I see. I was wondering. It seemed like every time Orpheus was in trouble, he could just pull out one. But I guess that they got that from there, and then some other one somewhere else. Nah, Ribbon. I've seen teams finish about that close before. It's not uncommon for teams to finish within a minute each other. It's just the dynamic of this. Knowing where stuff is helps you go faster, so the person who's ahead quickly loses their lead on their buddy. Like, it's a guaranteed thing that whoever's in the lead will not be as far ahead as they were if both of them play correctly after they find an item. Like, if I find the red sword and I tell my friend where it is, he'll go straight for it, and then we'll both have it, and he won't have wasted time looking for it anywhere else.
Oh, desert was the last one missing. Alright.
Well, that'll be lightning fast.
Oh yeah, that's true, Kranzun. TGH, NMG, bronze definitely bring him some knowledge on boss fights. In general, execution, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way, and especially if the players make errors or go to weird dungeons that take forever. But more often than not, it seems like teams finish together.
Oh, Koroe is back. Guess we could get them in now, if they want to.
Yeah, if you guys want to commentate on this, all you have to do is jump in AFK realm, I'll pull you in. Up to you. I'm just waiting.
Ah, Raspin down to 1 heart again. I feel really bad for him at this point. It's like the 5th try on Ice Palace.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble.
That's one of the worst dungeons to die.
Yeah, it's really nasty. Broya wants to join in. Broya, I've been saying your name wrong this whole time, I'm sorry. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I really had to go to the bathroom like halfway through the run, so I was happy to find like that Orpheus found the other Go mode items, so we could just rush through them.
We didn't actually notice that.
Yeah. Green team got stuck for upwards of 25-30 minutes on they didn't know how to do anything in the Dark World at all.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the not having gloves is pretty rare. It happened once in the weekly, I think, last time, where one of the gloves wasn't Pod, so you have to go to the Dark World and get the gloves from Pod. This time around, yeah, you have to go all the way around with a hook shot.
Yeah, they got stuck there. They couldn't figure out how to get across to the bridge. They just didn't go swimming, and after
yeah,
a long time of staring at the map, they both tried, and they both went a different way to get there. One of them went to the Zora warp in the Dark World to drop in front of the bridge, and the other one jumped in. and eventually they got moving. That really hurt them.
Alright.
It looks like
Yeah.
Rez is giving up or just angrily bashing that wall, I guess. I'm not
He's
sure.
out of mana. He can't kill the guard to open the door.
Yes.
There was enough potions lying around. And the first potion was a green one, I think, and the third one I found was also green.
Yeah, this is like his 6th attempt, I think. Fortunately. Dying to bomb jumps. Now he's out of mana as well, so...
Yeah, I think that's what like one of the least known tricks of swimming across and then hookshotting over. And then the mids being in swamp.
Yeah. Which
Hello,
was a
Orpheus.
pendant dungeon.
Hello.
Hello.
Good race.
Thank you.
You guys finished within 4 seconds of each other. That's the closest
Yeah,
I've
but-
seen so far.
We usually finish really close to each other because we don't like to leave one person behind. So if there are objectives that we need to do with items that are required along the way, then we just go for them.
Be
So-
honest, that toilet break from Koroya was planned. It was for you to catch up.
Yeah, maybe.
Rez
But
is,
then I was like,
Rez has thrown it
Yeah.
in. He's forfeited officially.
Oh.
Meanwhile, TJH is finishing, it looks like. He's got a little ways to go.
I'm surprised that that Resophos actually still has Master Sword at this point.
Yeah.
TJ went to Skull Woods and found Tempered, but maybe he didn't tell his teammate. I'm not. But they
That
didn't
would be
find
weird.
Butter.
They had a lot of trouble. Wasn't sure if they were forfeiting 30 minutes in, honestly, with how much trouble they were having. They didn't know. They stuck it out after sitting there on the map screen for a long time. They started moving again and started looking and eventually found the way.
well, they stuck because they didn't know how to jump from the bridge to go around in the Dark World.
Yeah, that was it. They didn't
Yeah.
know what to do with the items. No power gloves, nothing but hookshot really, and flippers. They didn't think about the swimming ability coming into play.
It's a tricky one. There's a lot of people trying out randomizer and they just have issues with that one because it's very not obvious.
Yep, that shut them down. They were completely
It's
down
not
for
really
that.
common.
They were behind you, because Orpheus, you were the first one into Dark World by a good 5 minutes. But other than that, they weren't too far behind.
Yeah, TGH and Resophos are. I know they're good runners, so I think it's just a matter of like how many times you've actually gone through Rendo and seen these, well, numerous situations that you normally don't face.
Yeah, that's a pretty weird set of items. I can't say that I've ever been to Dark World like that, where I had all those things. Hookshot, Moon Pearl, and nothing else. That's really it? That's all you had to work with?
I believe we're really lucky to have Kroya just checking Bombos and Swamp early, because he could have just been to Skullwoods